Now, here's a practical example. I've got 4 pages set up, 4 artboards, 4 pictures, one on each artboard. And I'm going to export this as a PDF and view it in Acrobat like as a screen show or a slideshow, basically. But a couple of things first. I'm going to go to Window and Artboards. Let's have a look what I've got. And I'm not going to name them yet, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And normally, just like in design, when you bring in an image, it's linked. So I've gone to the links panel already and I've embedded all the images. And what that means is, let's make this, it's a bit too tall, unfortunately. It's made it, okay. Illustrator doesn't make it easy for me to resize it, but okay. So all of these are embedded, and I click on something, click on the hamburger menu, and I embed. Well, it's now unembed, and I can unembed it as well. But what this means is if I send the Illustrator file somewhere, all the images go along with it, which is very handy. So be careful if you're saving your work on the cloud somewhere, whatever it is, embed your images first or upload the images as well. Otherwise the links will break. So just be careful with that. And in fact, if I undo, there you go, you see they're all linked. Click and shift click, hamburger menu, and embed. It's all fine. Do a quick save, close that down, close that down. So I'm just basically going to do a very simple image trace, nothing complicated. There you go. I'll click on this one. I'm not going to play around with the options, just to give me something at the end of the day. And what I will also do, well, actually I won't bother here in this case, because what I can do is I can then finish with the image trace, but in case I want to play around with it. So in other words, once you've done an image trace, if you click on expand, that's finished, and now these are all separate objects. But I'm not going to bother that here. I'm going to keep it as is in case I want to play around with it. So I'll do a save, and let's go to my artboards and let's name them. So the first one is landscape, the second one is pottery, the third one is helmet, and the fourth one is wall. Save it, close it down, and now let's export, or save as. It would work the same here. So let's do export, export as, wait for it to come up. And don't worry if it's your machine's a bit slow. I'll put it on the desktop, call it presentation, PDF. I'm going to do all of them. Remember, you can click on range and you can do 1, 3 for 1 and 3, or as you saw, 1-4, which is 1 to 4, but I'll do all of them. So if you made a mistake or you wanted to change something, like on page 3, you could change it, save as or re-export 3 just as a single PDF page, and then use Acrobat to bring it back in. Everything else is fine. I'll just export it, and we just wait a few seconds. I didn't want to view the PDF after saving because that would double click on it. And the reason is, on my Mac, I've set PDFs to be opened up using Preview, which is a smaller application than Acrobat, but I don't want that this time. So here we have the PDF. I'll press the space bar on the Mac. You can't do that on Windows. And we can scroll them up or down. And if you notice, I forgot, I left from previously all the crop marks and everything. So let's do that again. And let's take those off, because this is for a presentation. That's all I want. I don't need crop marks and color marks and things like that. That's fine. Export, overlap it or overwrite it. That's fine. Marks and bleeds, take off. Don't need it. Export. Let me just wait. How long it exports, how long it takes to save, etc., really depends on how fast your machine is and how many pages you've got. I've only got 4, but there's 4 large files in there. Do a quick save, hide everything, and let's have a look. Click spacebar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, fine. Right mouse click, open with, and in this case I want Adobe Acrobat. And the reason I want Adobe Acrobat is, let's double click on that to expand it. Under the view menu, we do have a, where is it? Here we go, full screen mode, full screen mode. And this is my presentation. And I can use the arrow keys, down, 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 up, up, up. I can press escape anytime, and we're back again. Do notice, by the way, let me go back to full screen mode. Do notice the proportions of the page, which is A4, do not fit the proportions of my screen, which is much larger, and it letterboxes, which is fine, but you can't get a page that fits to every single monitor, not without distorting it, so I never bother. So I just choose A4 or whatever size I decide. I'll press escape. Do be aware, however, in Acrobat, we also have a read mode. I mean, there's no text, read out loud mode, and there used to be, there we go, where is it? Oh, here we go, an auto scroll. And let's go to view, full screen mode, and let's see if the auto scroll works. No, it used to work. Let's have a look. Okay, or maybe oh, there you go. I just didn't click on it properly. There you go. Let's see if it works in full screen mode. No. Let's look at this shortcut. Command Shift H. So let's have a look again. Command Shift H, and there we go. That works quite well. And Control Shift H on Windows. So quite handy for a presentation. Let's escape out of that. There we go. Just a bit slow. Quit out of Acrobat. And there's my original Illustrator file. And there's my PDF result presentation. And let's see how big it is. Command I. Yeah, 410 meg, because I've got the images embedded. Even though there's an auto trace or an image trace on it, I haven't changed that. So let's do expand, 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 save as another version. Always, always, always save copies, just in case you want to go back and play around with things. So I'll call this presentation 2. Yes, that's fine. And then file, export, export as. PDF print, yes, 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 fine, fine, fine. Everything else should be fine. Check I haven't got the marks and bleed on. No, it's remember from last time. And don't forget all these settings you can save by clicking on the save button here, but I'm not bothering with that. Export. Let's hide everything. Here's my second presentation, and here's my second AI. Let's see how big it is. Much smaller. 9.6 meg compared to, with the JPEGs embedded, over 400. So keep that in mind when you're moving things around or uploading or printing. You may want to, with the image trace, expand it, but do it on a copy of the document just in case you want to go back and change things. But that's how you use your artboards, export to Acrobat, and use Acrobat to display your slideshow.